that subscribe button to enable you get notified anytime I drop video contents like this. And without wasting much time, guys, let's hop in straight into the charts. So guys, I'm here to talk about Ethereum, and I'm also going to give you an update about what I expect in the market and what is actually going to play out. Remember, I spoke about the 20th of November, and I told you all. I said from the 20th of November, Bitcoin would begin showing signs that, as in the the dump that I'm expecting, is going to begin getting more stronger from the 20th of November. And then the next date that I'm looking at is the 27th of November. Okay, so within these days, as a matter of fact, as we have stepped into the 20th of November, I need you all to be very careful, because this date is very important. This date is like the first step that leads us into a stronger decline. Okay, the process becomes more stronger beginning from the 20th. So before we go into the changes in the charts, I want us to talk about Ethereum, and I want to show you all the pathway that Ethereum is going to take. Okay, so guys, currently you can see that Ethereum, let's draw this now. All these trend lines that you see here are calculations. These are not just lines that I drew like that. Okay, so I want you all to take note of this. So guys, let's take a look at this now. The current price of Ethereum is at $2,042. Okay, but I want you all to take note of something. Let me show you all something. Please take note of this. Very, very important. Now, can you see this particular line here? Can you see this purple line here? Now, this purple line has always acted as a very strong area of support and resistance for Ethereum. And anytime Ethereum breaks through this line, it has a very good decline. If it breaks out of this line, then we have a very big pump for Ethereum. Okay, now let me prove this to you. Ethereum broke out of this line. That was in the month of March 2021. And look at the pump Ethereum had. Let's calculate this. Ethereum pumped from here all the way to this point here. That is 104.13%. Can you see the pump that Ethereum had as soon as it crossed this purple line? Now, when Ethereum broke through this line here, this was way back in the month of July 2021. Okay, it still had a rebound and then pumped up to this, pumped out of this line. And look at the pump. Look at the percentage that Ethereum had from this line, from this trend line here all the way to here. Ethereum pumped again for as high as 127%, guys. Can you see this? So now, when Ethereum broke out of this line, look at the decline, look at the dump. Okay, let's calculate the dump and see the percentage decline. Ethereum dropped all the way by 58%. And then Ethereum still pumped and came up to this particular white line here, close but not yet close, had a rejection. The last time Ethereum pumped to this line, and it has held this line as a very important area in its cycle, all the way from the year 2021 March to the year 2023 April. Let's calculate the number of days from here, all the way from here to here. Approximately 742 days. So after 742 days, Ethereum had it came and encountered this line again, but it could not break through this line, and then it came crashing down, and we had a crash of close to 28.54% approximately, guys. So right now, guys, you can see that Ethereum is attempting to reach this same line. Can you see it? You can see that Ethereum is attempting to reach this same line here. We are not too far from this same line again, guys. And the last time Ethereum reached this line, it touched this line. This was on the 6th of November. Ethereum touched this line, had a rejection. You saw the next candlestick that formed was red. Okay, and now we have another candlestick that is within here. But now this is what I want you all to notice. Now this particular line you see here, can you see this orange line? Now this orange line has also acted as a very strong trend line for Ethereum as well. Okay, It acted as a trend line here in the year 2022. Still acted as a trend line here as well, but when Ethereum broke out of here, you saw it had a pump up and then had an encounter with this major line. Okay, so right now this orange line is sloping upward, and it has come and it's having an intersection with this purple line. So that means there are two barriers, two strong barriers that Ethereum needs to break for it to pump. And anything that's going to make Ethereum break out of this line, Ethereum is going to end up pumping from here to possibly here. Okay, so we are going to be looking at around roughly $2,500 for Ethereum. Mostly now that it has $2,048. But now, please take note of what I want to say. And please listen to what I'm saying, and I would repeat myself again. I am not saying that Ethereum is going to pump to $2,500. I'm just telling you that if it breaks out of this line based on this structure, then we should be expecting a very strong pump for Ethereum up to $2,500 thereabouts. And if it breaks, then we are heading over to around $2,800. But I do not see the possibility of this. Do you know why? It's very simple. Because we have a strong resistance here. I'm driving you guys to something. We have a strong resistance here at this point. We are having this orange line here. We are having this purple line here. All of them are intercepting here. The both of them are intercepting here. So what does this tell you? This tells you that there is more work to be done for Ethereum to break out of here. Okay, because ever since Ethereum broke below this line, this was in the month of May 2022, up till this point, 329 days later, that was when it had another encounter with this same line. But it could not hold. This was in the month of April. It crashed down. And now we are having another interception here. So what do we expect? Are we expecting a pump from here? Or are we expecting a crash from here? Okay, so now I, the Crypto Prophet, I am telling you that we are expecting a drop. This is a sign that the market is stopping. Okay, as a matter of fact, this pump that you see for Ethereum, it is simply Ethereum is just sharing grace. It is sharing grace to drop. And now if Ethereum drops and comes down, I'm expecting Ethereum to complete this cycle and come down, touching this line here. Okay, let me color this line for you all to see. Let's color it to okay. Alright guys, so this is a line I'm expecting Ethereum to come back and end up touching. Okay, so I'm expecting Ethereum to retrace and come down touching this point, this point. If it breaks out of here, then it will hit with this trend line. So the least amount I'm looking at for Ethereum to drop is around $1,658 thereabout. I'm expecting Ethereum to touch this price and have a retest, guys, in the future. So this is an indication that the market is topping out. So be very, very careful, because the 20th of November is here. Remember, I called these dates very accurately. And if I would go further, 23rd of November. And I'm also saying 27th of November. So remember, I've spoken about 27th as also a major date. Okay, so you need to watch out, because anything that you see from these dates is very, very crucial. Okay, the market wants to dump, and I'm saying this with all boldness. I've said it before and I'm still saying it again. As a matter of fact, most persons may not view what I say as being realistic, because this is something that carries weight. This is an analysis that carries weight. But like I told you all, when it happens, you will sure look for me, because I hardly miss. Go and check my track records. What I tell you is what comes to pass. It's not the first time, it's not going to be the last. And this is not the first time I've spoken about these events way before they play out. I've spoken about this. I've been talking about this right from time. I even prophesied about all the events that you see right from the year 2021. Go and check my track records, guys. We don't need to talk much, but this is an indication that Ethereum is topping out. And if Ethereum comes down, guys, it's going to affect the whole altcoin markets. Altcoins are going to bleed. So I'm here to tell you once again that this line here It's a strong area of resistance for Etherum, and I'm expecting Etherum to come down in the days to come. It is already giving us the sign. It's giving everybody the sign, but I wonder how many people are seeing this. All these trend lines you see are drawn and calculated by me. Okay, these are not coincidence. So I need you all to be very, very careful, because there is something coming that people do not know and people are not seeing. Okay, so guys, take this from me. So let's talk about the Nasdaq. I need us to talk about the Nasdaq. Very, very important for those of you that are calling yourselves professionals. Now I want to say this. People who trade cryptocurrencies, they just feel it's just about crypto. But what they fail to understand is that if you want to actually know what is happening, you also need to study the stock exchange market as well. And this is where a whole lot of people miss out, okay, because they feel it's just about crypto. No. So this is why when I'm talking, I study the stock exchange market. I speak about the stock exchange market. I tell you about the stock exchange market, because these things move hand in hand together. You cannot separate them, and this is where the professionalism comes in, okay, because I'm an all-rounder. As a matter of fact, I'm the master of the financial market. So when I tell you this is what wants to happen, I have made my homework, I've made my research very well. So guys, I want to say this. Take a look at the Nasdaq. And I've been saying this, guys, a recession is coming into America. And let me tell you all this. From the beginning of the year, I spoke about a recession hitting Europe. And Germany entered into a recession. Now in the year 2024, the United States is going to enter into a recession, and this is going to affect the stock exchange market. And if it affects the stock exchange market, guys, this is also going to affect the crypto market as well. So it is 101% guaranteed that these markets are going to drop. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm still saying this. I've told you guys, when these prophecies come true, you would look for me and I would bill you big time. I'm telling you, I would bill you all big time. It's as simple as that, because I'm amongst the few that is saying this, okay? So guys, take a look at this. Look at this. This is the Nasdaq, okay? Now, the Nasdaq reached this level here. This was way back in the month of November 2021. The Nasdaq hit this level, stayed within this range for a period of 63 days. And guys, what happened when the Nasdaq was at this region? November 2021. Remember, the bear market started 2022. That was when the whole market started crumbling down, including Bitcoin. We just saw Bitcoin drop all the way from 60 something thousand dollars. Bitcoin started dropping down to 30 something, heading to $15,000. This was when the Nasdaq was in this level. At this point, this line here, let me color it for you also that you would see. So when you hear people talking about crypto, telling you they are crypto professionals, just beg, let them go sleep, because nobody is going to show you all this. As a matter of fact, they don't even know, it's the professionals. You only get this information from the Crypto Prophet. So if you're not following me, just have it in mind that you're missing out, okay? Take a look at this. I'm going to show you the real thing, and it's the real thing I'm going to show you, and there's nothing you can do about it because it will come to pass. Look at this. Look at this. This was in the month of November 2021. The market came down. Nasdaq played along this area here, this yellow line here. It played here. All these lines are calculations, okay? It played along this yellow line, and on the 3rd of January, look at what happened. The Nasdaq came down. Now let's check and see, 3rd of January, what happened to Bitcoin. Let's check and see. On the 3rd of January 2022, what happened to Bitcoin? 3rd of January. Let's see. Can you see that, guys? Bitcoin was here, 3rd of January. The high of Bitcoin was at $47,500. Look at how Bitcoin dropped. Look at this. 3rd of January. Look at this. Bitcoin dropped all the way from here to here. Look at the loss. 66.52%. More than 50% of its price. Can you see that? I'm showing you something that A lot of persons are not seeing. Professionals globally are not seeing this. Okay. Now take a look at this, guys. Now, when Bitcoin had the Nasdaq had an encounter with this trend line here, this was on the 13th of June 2022. Let's check what happened to Bitcoin. 13th of June 2022. Let's check what happened to Bitcoin. 13th of June 2022. 13th of June 2022. Now, can you see this, guys? On the 13th of June 2022, can you see how Bitcoin pumped all the way from here on the 13th of June 2022? Can you check and see how Bitcoin pumped all the way from here to here? We had a 42% pump for Bitcoin. Can you see this? All the way from the month of June. Can you see that this was even when Bitcoin attained its bottom? Okay. And look at what happened again, guys. This is the Nasdaq. Okay. All right, guys. So we can see here that on the 13th of June, when the Nasdaq attained its bottom here and then picked up, that was when Bitcoin started picking up. And then let us check on the 15th of August what happened to Bitcoin when the Nasdaq encountered this white line. Let's check what happened to Bitcoin 15th of August 2022. I need you all to pay attention to this, guys. Now, on the 15th of August 2022, let's check and see. This was on the 15th of August. You can see that as soon as the Nasdaq encountered that line and started dropping, Bitcoin as well followed suit. Okay, check this out, guys. Look at this. Listen, you're not going to find this information anywhere else apart from the channel of the Crypto Prophets. Okay, look at this, 38.43% decline for Bitcoin. Okay, and right now, guys, NDX, right now, the Nasdaq, to cut the whole story short, the Nasdaq has encountered this same line again. And remember, this was how the Nasdaq was playing with this line. And then when it started dropping down, Bitcoin had a reaction. So guys, right now, I must tell you the truth. The Nasdaq is getting set to come out and take out this white line here. And I'm expecting the Nasdaq to drop and hit this trend line here. Because this is a rising wedge. This is a rising wedge, guys. Look at this. This is a rising wedge. Coming down, pump up, come down, come here. I'm expecting it to have a decline down here at the end of the day. So please be very careful. Listen, these are the things that are giving me confidence to tell you that the market is going to drop. I'm telling you that the market, sorry about that. I'm telling you that the market is going to drop. I'm telling you that Bitcoin is going to come down. I'm seeing it touching $20,000 to $15,000. And if we go deeper, we are touching $12,000 to $8,000, guys. This is likely going to play out. $8,000, $12,000 to $8,000 thereabout, or $15,000 thereabout. But I'm telling you that this current price that you see Bitcoin having is going to come down. So for those of you who are celebrating, for those of you who are jubilating and all that, please be very careful, because beginning from today, we have stepped into a very important time in the market. I'm telling you this, there's nothing you can do about it. 100% guaranteed, 100% verifiable from me. Okay? So at the long run, you are going to see Bitcoin drop down like play, like a joke. It's going to be like a joke. You will see it coming down gradually, coming down to $25,000, beating $25,000, coming down to $20,000. Okay? So there is nothing anybody can do about this. And I'm speaking with so much confidence and boldness. Okay? You will not find this information anywhere else apart from this channel. So if you know what is good for you, follow me. Follow me right now that you have the opportunity. Because a time is coming, I will not have time to produce this kind of information anymore. It's people who are close to me that would benefit big time from this bull run. So it's as simple as that. I've told you all, the bull run begins for me from here. Going down, I make my money. Coming up again, I still make my money. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I remain the CP. God bless you. See you in my next video. We would show meet at the top. I would update you all when it is necessary. But take note of what I've said for Ethereum. Take note of what I've said for Bitcoin. See you at the top, guys. Thank you so much for your time from the C.